the number of winning players is growing, the number of new entrants is not necessarily growing, and so the average win rate over the years tends to drop. And so as a market matures, it becomes harder and harder to beat it. And so that's the same in crypto, right? It's harder and harder to beat crypto now compared to the early days. In the early days, you could do very easy interest rate arbitrage, right? You could borrow an asset. For example, 3 years ago, we borrowed the Cake token on the Aave protocol for like 15% per annum, and we just staked it for a year. The exact same Cake we staked for a year on the PancakeSwap platform for 60% APY, and we made that interest rate spread without any price risk. So those kind of easy plays are unfortunately gone. Markets mature. But that's in general how you have to think about this, right? The stock market has been around for more than 100 years. And so there are companies with expertise of more than 100 years. And the people that were winners in that company, they gave training courses to the new people that entered the company, and they also became winners. And so ideally, you want to be in markets that have a lot of fresh capital in them, that are growing markets, that are still inefficient. And unfortunately, of course, crypto becomes less and less of such a market, of this kind of market. Maybe at some point there will be a new one, right? Maybe after poker and after crypto, there's a new super inefficient market that we can then use. But on a micro scale, we can also think about this within crypto, right? If we have, say, a new crypto project, we've got a new crypto technology, people just toy around with it. Very often there is some alpha to be made there, right? When NFTs were new, there was a lot of alpha to be made there. When NFTs got older and they were already spread throughout the market, people tended to make losses. So whenever there's something new coming up, it is worth tinkering around with it. Even though it's not yet that liquid, right? For example, with Polymarket, it might not be that liquid. But if you tinker around with this a bit, and maybe if it grows more, and maybe the growth is faster than how quickly the winning players are growing, then there's still some money to be made. That's how I, in general, fundamentally think about this. That's why I'm a very long-winded answer, but for, I think, a basic concept that's super important to understand that many people don't.